Young Bros Anime Talk. I'm gonna let my fellow hosts introduce themselves. Go ahead.
What up, everybody? It's Tupto. How y'all doing?
What it do? It's your boy. I love it, man.
What up, love it, man.
What up, y'all? It's your boy Flossy B. 93. You already know what it is.
Floss the boss.
And it's me, Tiggity T, ripping that DBZ. You already know. Anyways.
Bars.
Tiggity T and the DBZ. Hold on, bars.
We're doing the What If episode. To start off our What If episode, we'll be starting off right with a Dragon Ball What If. We have, what if Raditz was sent to Earth with Goku?
Ooh. Right
So,
here.
Let me go ahead and set the premise for you. I think for this to have happened, I think that obviously Nappa and his whole little crew of people that had Vegeta and Raditz with them would have had to have made the decision to go back to Planet Vegeta.
Mm-hmm.
With that being said, that means Vegeta, Nappa, and everybody else would die along with everybody else on the planet, leaving only Raditz and Goku alive as Saiyans. So
Vegeta would die. That's interesting.
So Frieza would not have any idea of Raditz and Goku's existence.
Super interesting because we know at that time Raditz was already old enough to be like out on the front lines fighting. I think we would see a Goku who's less Goku and more Kakarot for sure.
Oh yeah,
But
absolutely.
I also think that with his older brother being there and him still having memory, like even let's say in this, what if Goku still hits his head and loses his like Saiyan programming? I think Raditz would end up being more of a mentor figure to Goku, and he would gain access to a lot of his Saiyan abilities a lot sooner. I do still think that Goku would like end up meeting his grandpa Gohan and potentially seeing Raditz and Grandpa Gohan meet each other, and he being like, "You're a kid, like let me help you, let me take care of you." I think this would like dramatically change the story. I have like a kung fu movie I'm trying to compare it to in my head, but I can't remember the name of it.
See, I disagree on one point though. I don't think Kakarot would even end up hitting his head. I think he would be Kakarot because I think with Raditz there, he's going to be more careful. Raditz is going to take it upon himself to like look out for him the same way he felt. Yeah, the same way he felt like, you know, kind of Vegeta and Nappa looked out for him and took him out on missions. I think that they're still going to encounter the same characters, but it's going to be different interactions. However, being that Goku obviously didn't experience life as a Saiyan prior to Raditz, if they traveled to Earth together, I think we're basically going to end up seeing a Dragon Ball Super Bardock out of Goku. I think that he's still going to be very Saiyan-like, but he's going to be like, but you're family. I love you, man. Like, on real shit, you know? And I think that in this particular fashion, I think that Raditz and Goku would go around flying on the Earth doing what they want. But I think, obviously, they're going to encounter the same powerful people on the planet that they would normally encounter. But Raditz being in his early power level, I mean, Red Ribbon Army, come on, get out of town.
Oh yeah, Red Ribbon Army with just Goku, they would be non-existent.
Realistically, everything in Dragon Ball is a wrap.
Yeah.
And the reality is Goku and Raditz sitting there fighting with each other on Earth is going to help them gain more power than if Goku had just been there by himself anyway. The only thing I think might be mitigated.
I think I gotta disagree on that one.
Oh.
Yeah, I think I gotta disagree on that. I think Goku's growth rate is exponentially slower if Raditz is around. I don't think he gets as strong constantly. with Raditz being there.
We stated in Dragon Ball Super that the best way for Vegeta and Goku to gain power is to train fighting amongst each other. And by that same rationale, even though they're on planet Earth and not necessarily learning techniques from masters, their power level would still grow at a much higher rate than Goku training against fellow Earthlings, because he's facing somebody that's stronger and going to cause him to gain Zenkais.
So I got a question.
Most of the Goku's Zenkais came from the challenging battles he's fought. Those battles aren't as challenging with Raditz around.
I was just about to say,
and I don't think training makes up for that.
I was gonna say
that's what I'm saying. I don't think training makes up for Zenkai boost from almost dying against Piccolo. Zenkai boost from what was it after the Piccolo World Tournament fight? What was the next big Zenkai boost we get?
Training against somebody that has a higher power level than all of those characters combined makes those things irrelevant. He's going to naturally get stronger by training against somebody like that. And the reality is Goku Kakarot starting out is going to have such a low power level that facing off against somebody like Raditz, who, let's say in his childhood years, is obviously not at the power level he was when he died, which was around 11 or 1200. So let's just say, for sake of sakes, we'll say 650 conservatively. Still stronger than everybody on the fucking planet. And that being the case, it's going to be harder for somebody like Raditz to hold back against his brother.
I think what would happen is we'll see Goku and Raditz, who eventually is going to, of course, Raditz is going to teach his younger brother and try to strengthen him. But we're going to see them go and look out for like challenges. Because the next question I had for you was, do Goku and Raditz still enter the martial arts tournament? Are we going to still see the Turtle School versus Krang School? Is there still going to be the whole showdown between Goku and Tien, and then King Piccolo, Raditz, and Goku? Like, I feel like at some point, Goku's gonna lose, and then it's gonna set off a chain of events where either Raditz and Goku end up like training in like human martial arts, or Raditz goes his own way and Goku goes another way, and they meet up later on.
So if I could just
see it going, being honest with you.
So if I could design the arcs however I want, ultimately by the time they reach the Budokai Tenkaichi, wherein Goku fights against Tien, at that point in time, Goku had already trained underneath Master Roshi. So in my head, the way I picture it, perfect world, Raditz chooses to go to the Crane School, and Goku chooses to go to the Turtle Hermit School, and they end up becoming rivals that way.
Yes.
And seeking out challenges similar to how you just spoke about. They both seek out masters to learn techniques because they see that their training is not progressing, like they've hit a plateau.
Right.
And so by that time, like obviously Raditz is aware of Frieza, so he might maintain that as an ultimate goal.
But see,
and Bardock probably would tell Raditz, "Hey, peep game, Frieza's gonna blow up the planet. We're sending you away to be safe with Goku."
Okay, see, that's all about to ask. My only question is now is how are we not talking about Raditz still having the same programming on destroying the world? But what you just saying that is the caveat. I see it now.
Well, I think Raditz would understand that if Frieza is choosing to turn against, because up until really, I would say maybe within 5-6 years before meeting Kakarot and DBZ, Raditz still maintained that they had no idea that Frieza blew up the planet.
Right.
Like for sure, they never had evidence that he did that. They just suspected. And with that in mind, I think that if Bardock had ushered them off planet, I think that the Saiyan programming of take over the planet, destroy it, sell it, would be put on the back burner, considering he's got to uphold that grudge against Frieza. and he's got to get Goku ready for that fight.
Mm-hmm.
As a mission to their dad.
Okay,
you know?
so
Right.
okay, so what you're saying?
Raditz is gonna like remember that they're a people, and that Frieza's the one that killed everyone. So this is gonna be a whole vendetta of revenge to like take on what they think is the strongest being in the universe.
Right. So that's what I'm getting at. So what y'all saying at this point in time is that when Vegeta and Nappa took Raditz back to Planet Vegeta, they have now known that Frieza had planned on killing them all, and Bardock saying, okay, so that's what I'm getting at, because it's like I'm trying to figure out.
The only person who knew was Bardock.
Wait, there is one caveat I have to that, where
Bardock only knew because of the heaters.
If I remember correctly, Vegeta and Raditz purposely didn't go back.
Yeah, so they didn't go back because they were like, I'm not answering the call. I don't answer his whim. It was kind of Vegeta's thing.
Right. So what if that's what happens? And then, of course, the events still occur. And we end up with Goku leaving for Earth, but like Raditz following behind because he's stuck with Vegeta. And so Vegeta and Nappa are still there, and Raditz is still there, but the continuity's changed because then how would Raditz know to follow his brother?
That's what I'm saying. So instead of Bardock getting a single ship to send Kakarot, he would. So when the initial call goes out, right?
Yeah.
And you see all the Saiyans landing. By the time Bardock is putting Kakarot in his own thing, Saiyans are still arriving on the planet all throughout the night. Because it isn't until the following day when the planet gets blown up.
I see. Okay.
So within that amount of time, I think that if Raditz was on planet, Bardock would have made the decision at that point to steal one of those other Frieza ships that they had on planet, which is one like what Paragus ends up taking with that other Saiyan, I can't remember his name. And telling them, and putting it on autopilot still to go to Earth. And explaining to him, listen, this is what's about to happen to Planet Vegeta. I don't want you to die. Keep Kakarot alive. Eventually come for Frieza, whoop his ass.
Yeah.
But I just think it would be a cool thing to see, in the same sense how we got Dragon Ball Daima this year. I think it would be cool to see not just, Vegeta as a kid, but Raditz as a kid. And Raditz as a kid interacting with somebody as his brother, and how that relationship would have fostered their growth.
I still say it's hot time he got revived. I don't know what we're waiting for, to be honest.
For who?
Because Raditz,
Raditz and
nobody's around.
Goku's family gets revived.
For what?
Because why not?
Well, we do know, for one, Planet Vegeta's been gone too long to get revived.
That's not true. They could use the Super Dragon Balls.
They said that with the gathering of the Super Dragon Balls. Like, once they registered that was a thing, Vegeta had said it. It's been too long. And then he also made the argument with Beerus post the Tournament of Power that...
But there's no limit to Super Dragon Ball's powers.
No, I know.
No, he's saying it's been too long, as in, like, they've been gone too long.
Yeah. But I just mean that, like...
The Super Dragon Ball could do it.
I feel as though a revival of the Saiyans...
Not all the Saiyans.
Okay, even just Goku's family. You could make the argument that maybe after the Granola arc, and Goku gets his memory back, kind of, from hearing the memory on the Scouter of Bardock's voice, that maybe he gets attached and is like, oh, I should bring back my mama and dad. But I just don't see that, because we're talking about the same guy who was willing to stay dead and, like, train.
It would just be something I'd like to see. I don't know how they make it fit into the story.
I think
it would be cool.
I think the only way for something like that to be canonized would be for somebody like Vegeta to glimpse Universe's 6 Saiyan Society and say, fuck it, I'm going to rebuild Saiyan Society here.
I think that's the next arc, low key, in the manga.
For Super?
Yeah, I think so.
No way. You think?
Yeah, I think so. I think they're gonna start introducing like Saiyan Society in Universe 6 because Kappa was like, yeah, but we don't steal resources, we save planets and we help them develop their resources. So the Saiyans are literally the same warrior race, they're just like good guys.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
That's the
I feel like
I don't know, man. I think that's gonna be really cool.
I think it's gonna be dope.
If we see them, I think that would be cool. And if we see them go to the Universe 6 in the manga, I think I would really enjoy that. But on the caveat, I want to see some Universe 6 God Saiyans.
Oh yeah, at some point.
Nah, like if Goku and Vegeta are making the trip, I want to see some God Saiyans.
And
That's
wouldn't be
assuming
surprising?
their level.
Well, Universe 6 would be able to get to Goku and Vegeta's level faster, actually. And that's why they were popping off. That's why they're popping off so fast. I think
because they were shown how. So it's not that they couldn't get there. It's just more so who's there now.
So the way it got explained is that they have more, I guess it's called Z cells, like
F
innately.
cells.
What was it? F cells?
cells.
F cells, sorry. And that's why, like, with getting shown once, they're able to just pop into Super Saiyan, almost the same way as Trunks and Goten. Not because they're, not necessarily because they're stronger, but because they're already, dang it, I'm losing my train of thought.
Mm-hmm.
They are already better equipped versus where Goku and Vegeta had to train for forever and get to a certain level of strength. Their society has made them to where they're already at that level of strength at a far earlier age. Because Cabba's like a teenager, isn't he?
Yeah, so in the manga and in the guidebooks, they openly admit that the potential of Universe 6 Saiyans is higher than Universe 7 Saiyans.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is made clear by Caulifla.
Yeah. Oh, that too, yeah.
Um,
I'd pay money to see her in Brawling Light.
No, I'd pay money to see her and Kale go at it, just so I could watch Kale get dog walked. Like that. No. If I'm paying money for any Dragon Ball fight, I'm paying money for Kefla and Gogeta to duke it out. Not even Potara Fusion or Potara Fusion. We'll go Mitamoran to Potara. Give them the edge.
Wow.
The edge.
They're gonna break the dimension again.
Facts. That Stardust record don't hurt.
Yeah, but the difference is that I feel like Gogeta taking on Kefla is just gonna grab her by the dome and drag her face through the dimensions.
Oh,
yes.
Some Ultron Watcher shit. Like, just cool. Just eat these dimensional rifts.
Bro, gonna be like, you ever heard of What If?
Yes.
Because I wouldn't even put her on the same scalability as like Kefla. And I'm talking about Kefla, not Kale.
A curious
Not on the same. What's that?
On the topic of our What If specifically, let's say, like, the premise you set is the current reality, and Raditz does go to Earth with Goku. They do become rivals in rival martial arts schools. They level up to the point to where they're both just nigh Super Saiyans. Once we get along to the Namek arc, I think that it'll end up with like a Raditz Goku team up fighting Frieza, like for the sake of their race.
There's not going to be a Namek arc.
Why?
Because Saiyans never invaded and killed Yamcha and Tien and Jiaozu.
But wouldn't they head to Namek to face off with Frieza once they're finally ready?
So Frieza wouldn't have gone to Namek because he wasn't made aware of Dragon Balls. Frieza was only made aware of the Dragon Balls because Vegeta and Nappa were made aware of the Dragon Balls by heading to Earth via Raditz's scouter picking up the transmission from Bulma.
So
I'm in writing a brand new story right now.
where would they?
No Namek. That's what I'm saying. No Namek.
Yeah. Would Frieza Force just eventually pull up to Earth because their power levels have reached a certain level?
Just think about this. They find out about the hyperbolic time chamber.
Mm-hmm.
Raditz and Goku go in there at the same time.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. And then I'm trying to really push it, narratively speaking, closer to Z, where we start seeing Fusion Dance and Potara, like Raditz Goku Fusion, Super Saiyan 3. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
wait a minute.
What?
You're jumping ahead to Buu Saga. Think about it. What about Cell Saga?
Cell's dead. I'm sorry. Like,
well, no, you gotta think about it because if Raditz goes to the Crane school, Crane worked for Red Ribbon. Therefore, Raditz would work for Red Ribbon.
Yeah, but as a Saiyan, he's not gonna let Red Ribbon like run his life.
Yeah.
As soon as they try to tell him to do something he doesn't want to do, or try to tell him to kill Goku, he's gonna be like, "What? Kill my brother? The only other Saiyan left in the universe?
Double Sunday, like
Double Sunday is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Double Sunday. Watch the birdie. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I see that.
Raditz moves.
I get it. I see that. Yeah.
I honestly think if Raditz is there, and like you said, he's with the Crane School, we might not see a Red Ribbon Army. Like, I really think, like in the Dragon Ball side of things, they are going to run through them, and then Dr. Zero, brother, you might want to leave Earth.
Yeah, because like that's what I'm getting at. Because like the moment, like okay, like you said, like the moment they tell Raditz to try to kill Goku, and he's going to turn on them, and then that's going to be the end of many facilities. Because he is a vengeful motherfucker. He's going to take out many facilities, and they're going to find Dr. Zero.
Well, that's not necessarily true.
Well, hold up. But even if they do, let's say even if they do, you still got to remember Mrs. Zero as well. So she still might end up completing Cell.
In a world where she completes Cell, that really scares the piss out of me. Because I feel like in a world, okay.
Oh, something I just thought about.
If she trained Cell, I think Cell would have the foresight to train, and that makes Cell 10 times more dangerous. Except that he doesn't have Frieza's DNA. What? Thank God for that.
Something I did just think of. Gohan now has an uncle. Mm-hmm. There's no skipping training. There's no slacking off.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna see a Gohan that surpasses Super Saiyan 2 a lot sooner.
That's gonna be disgusting. It's gonna be so gross.
But I think that means that we don't get the Piccolo Gohan relationship.
No, we're gonna get the Vegeta Gohan. I do think Piccolo will come back, but I mean he's gonna get.
You really think Raditz? You really think Raditz is gonna let him live?
Raditz might be like,
fun to train against.
You're not that strong. Like, yeah, you might be fun to fight. Like,
I think Goku would convince him. As Kakarot, I think he would be like, no, he's a Namekian, like, that feels wrong. We should let him live.
Yeah,
we're still talking about Goku who hit his head, or because I'm still trying to see.
No, we're talking about
Kakarot. He's saying Goku didn't hit his head. Like, this is Kakarot, but like,
I don't see
Kakarot raised on Earth. Think about it. You're thinking about look, Bardock was a Saiyan raised on planet Vegeta, and even at the end of his days, he was starting to soften up. Because he saved Granola and he didn't have to.
This is true. Okay.
So I think a Saiyan that even is influenced by his older brother, but is raised on Earth around people that give a shit, I think is going to make that decision. But on to our next what if.
It's definitely.
What if Inuyasha gave into his demon side fully?
Terrible. Dead.
No.
Death.
Kikyo was dead.
Well, Kikyo was already
dead.
What I mean is, Shikon Jewel He not.
He don't care.
No, he's not playing games.
But
He's killing her. He's killing her and he's taking the jewel. Kikyo was long gone. They took a piece of Kagome's soul. Not that last time. After a while, she needs them little things to collect human souls.
Kikyo was still around when he started fading in and out to his demon form. If we're saying that he gave into his demon form, the moment Kikyo comes back around him, her neck is snapped. She's not coming back. Them little things ain't bringing shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's gone.
Oh, well, everybody done.
Gomez gone.
Yeah.
Morocco, like Sango and Moroku trying to stop him, dead as hell. Like,
so at what point does he give into it fully though?
I say the second time it happens. Second time it happens when he fully gives into it.
I say he fully gives into it in order to really just stop Naraku, and bro, it backfires. I think he's gonna get the whole range of power from his dad. Like he's gonna turn into a giant dog and the whole nine. Like, it'd be bad. It'd be real bad for feudal Japan because he don't got the Tenseiga, but we seen what Sesshomaru be doing.
Right.
We don't got it either.
Or nah,
we don't really need it.
Worry about nothing. That Iron Reaver Soul Stealer is about to turn into Crimson Blades, bro.
Exactly.
Do you think Sesshomaru still poses a threat if Inuyasha chooses to embrace his demon side fully?
Yes, because he's Sesshomaru, but I think it would be more of a closer sort of battle.
He wouldn't be able to stun Inuyasha like he knows.
Not the way he usually do.
Sega ain't gonna do shit against Inuyasha. See, if this flips, what's going to happen is Tenseiga is going to make that conscious decision to actually team up with Sesshomaru because Tenseiga ain't gonna do shit.
Yeah, Tenseiga is like a healing sword. Tenseiga will definitely be like, oh no, he tripping.
Yeah, we gotta put him down.
Yeah, we got pound. We gotta get him out of here.
We gotta put him down.
We gotta get him up.
If Sesshomaru gets the Tenseiga, that's crazy.
But then,
he'd have every hack in the anime, bro.
Yeah,
literally.
Yeah,
would have every hack in the anime if he got Tenseiga.
I also think
talking about this makes me want to rewatch the anime. Now I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna restart.
Well, good.
I'm gonna restart.
You gotta do it every now and then. You feel me?
I also think that Inuyasha is assuming he gets the form, right? Gets the giant dog form and becomes a full demon to defeat Naraku and succeeds, bro. He's taking that jewel. He's taking the jewel, bro, and there's nobody that can actively stop him. And I think that at that point, Tenseiga might be like, "Hey, bro, you wildin', you tripping."
Yeah, you need to stop now before you go off the deep end.
It might not necessarily matter because even if he doesn't go off that deep end, the only person I can logically think that would have enough power to stop him is Sesshomaru.
Yeah.
And if he goes the route Sesshomaru went and ends up with that Chinese sword, where it's amount of pressure you apply, you don't need Tenseiga.
That's disgusting. That's disgusting to even think about.
Yeah, so you gonna tell me he's gonna wield Tenseiga in that sword? Ooh.
Because at that point, the only way to stop Inuyasha would be to kill him. So Sesshomaru would have to be like,
damn,
my only question to y'all is because we all know that Tenseiga does have a conscience. Knowing that Inuyasha is going to have to be put down. Do you think Tenseiga is going to Sesshomaru wield every last bit of it, or he's going to show certain techniques to try to stop Inuyasha?
No. Because Tenseiga is still only meant to be wielded by a half demon. It was rejecting Sesshomaru because he doesn't have that human part of him.
Didn't a human wield it at one point in time? I can't remember the story.
Yes, but they don't have a demon energy to unleash it. Yeah. So that's why it was given to Inuyasha. But if he goes full demon, it's the sword becomes useless. And I think that now this isn't canon, but their dad had a third sword that was a conscious sword, but it was like a demon itself. That sword would probably seek out Inuyasha, if that's considered canon, but I'm not sure if it is.
I know what you're talking about.
Destruction upon the
I don't
lands.
think it is.
All right, so what if we can do whatever we want?
Oh well, fuck it. It seeks out Inuyasha then.
Then the sword seeks out Inuyasha and attempts to take control of him, but he's a full demon. You see what I'm saying? So it's not taking him over. He's taking it over.
So technically, what we're getting at is the future of
So what
Japan,
kind of abilities are we talking about?
Giantification, the sword itself, basically, Inuyasha wouldn't die. It would be really disgusting.
So when Kagome is actually born, she bows to King Inuyasha.
Immortal King Inuyasha. Like,
Immortal King
brother took over.
And then he probably still kills her because he reminds her of Kikyo, and he's like, nope.
He's like, oh no, I don't need no priestess. Goodbye.
Wow.
He's like, nope.
Absolutely not. Poof.
Like, he'd be 10 times more busted, I feel like.
Oh yeah.
It'd be a different character. Like, Inuyasha is already kind of, foul-mouthed, bad attitude, but just full demon would be like, hey, I don't give a fuck. Who told you you could talk? Who told you you could look at me? Like, why are you looking in my direction? Like, when I walk up, you bow or get out the way. If you don't move, your head is gone. Like, Inuyasha full demon really just evil, bro.
Inuyasha full demon, I feel like gives Muzan energy. Like crazy.
Yes. In a way,
I would agree.
Because
in a way,
in the sense that I'm the king. Bow down.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't, understand, I'm gonna pull your card, and it doesn't matter who you are, I am king of the demons.
Yeah, that aspect.
Like,
absolutely. I agree with that.
Absolutely.
Because I about
But
to say,
any other anime, I just want to say, any other anime MC is pulling Muzan's card because that boy be running, ducking.
Y'all not pulling.
He
y'all
is
not
a
pulling
professional
Inuyasha's card.
smoker, ducker. That boy
Inuyasha gonna pull yours. He was like,
Inuyasha gonna be at your front door saying,
You
know what?
I heard you said this.
I can smell you from here.
Because I was about to say, like, when y'all was talking about it, I was about to say, bro, like, Inuyasha would have no love for human nor demon life.
Nah.
If it's not me, I don't give two damns.
He crashed out with reckless abandon.
That's how Muzan was.
True.
Muzan wasn't Team Demon. He made them all. He said, listen, I'll kill you.
Yeah.
That's why you can't say my name, because you're not allowed to talk about me.
I just feel like if Muzan existed in that realm,
He would get dusted.
He would get dusted. They would have cooked, bro.
Compared to those demons, they would have been.
He would be bottom of the food chain.
Yeah, he's only OP because he's going against other humans. Like,
Right.
he's not even. He wouldn't even survive Yu Yu Hakusho. Like,
No, not at all.
Joe is burying him season 1.
Boy, can you imagine if they did an Inuyasha Yu Yu Hakusho crossover because he went a full human and now Yusuke got to handle it?
With all due respect, I mean, look, I'm about to make some Inuyasha fans on the pod real mad, but Yusuke would bury him.
Oh, bury him. Put all the paws on him. He'd be like bad dog.
Not even
Bad dog.
not even by a close margin, and like would hand him the shovel to help him dig his own hole. Like,
Oh, he Kurapika now?
That's cool. That's cool. All I just want you to admit is that he be buried right next to Inuyasha because Inuyasha would have put him in the dirt.
Who, he ain't?
Mm-hmm.
You said he ain't?
no,
If we are going the route that we are going and said that the sword and everything, Inuyasha would put that in the dirt.
no.
No, I think that sort of betrayed Inuyasha for Hiei.
100%. Because he is
That's
10
sort of
times
like,
more dastardly. He is like, listen, I don't care who you are. You can be my best friend. You can be my mom. Unless you're my sister, I'll fucking kill you for a slice, for a sliver of power, bitch. Kurama was my ride or die, and I still betrayed that motherfucker for this other demon king. Don't even get me started. No, nah. I feel what you're saying, D. No, I get what you're saying. He would against the beast that we just created. If the sword didn't betray him, yeah, he is. He is having a hard time.
Yeah,
he's getting worked. But Yusuke, nah.
As soon as you fill out that darkness plane,
oh no, I know. I'm
I'm
not saying he working Yusuke. I'm just saying he I'm just saying Inuyasha be bearing that same grade next to Hiei after Inuyasha put Hiei in the dirt.
Oh yeah, 100%. I would agree with that wholeheartedly. Because I think that
Yusuke gonna be like, damn, you killed my boy? That's crazy.
Shotgun.
Duh, that's wild. All right, moving on to our next what if. What if Mina Ashura is another numbered kaiju?
You gave me a headache when you first said this.
Bro, that changes everything.
I gave you a headache when I first said it?
Yeah, you gave me a headache when you first introduced this to me.
Okay.
Oh, man.
If Mina is a numbered kaiju, what has she been doing this whole time? And why?
How
much
does that change the series?
How has she stayed under the radar so long?
How has she mastered her kaiju powers for the suit to be able to pick it up at the magnitude that she is? And then what has she been feeding on? Because all kaiju have to feed on something. Well, no, hold up. She could have been feeding on other kaiju.
Facts.
Holy shit.
That's true.
But then, nope. Yep. See, it begs the question: why hide so long? And what's the purpose of working with the humans?
Well, for the same reason as Kafka. Her childhood dream. She still wanted to be in the Japanese Defense Force, or in the Kaiju Defense Force. And just because she became a numbered kaiju, she's hiding it because she didn't want to get outed.
Okay.
The same way Kafka didn't.
So then I have to ask you this. Are we also speaking upon manga, or are we just sticking to anime?
You're the only one.
I want to say let's stick to anime.
I would agree with Corey.
Okay.
You're the only one who's read the manga.
Yes. Anyway.
You see that, Joey? That's what I be feeling like.
Facts.
But okay. So sticking to anime. Then what we all have seen in the anime is why she hasn't gone through that, or at least how did she conquer the kaiju taking over?
Well, I think it begs the question is, when did she get the ability? Because it didn't manifest with Kafka until he was already an adult. So what if she had it happen to her when she was still a child?
Holy crap. But okay.
Because see, that's what I was already thinking. So that's why I was like, why so long? Mm-hmm. Like, what have you been doing this entire time? Like,
she's been training.
What if she's been training and trying to find other strong allies?
Yeah.
For what though? Like, does she know something's coming? Or is it just all the kaiju?
To kill all the kaiju.
Yeah, because that's the same thing Kafka's kaiju is on, to kill all of the kaiju.
Okay.
But at that same time, then why didn't Kafka get a ping? Because he pings every kaiju.
That too.
Okay, what if her kaiju ability is that she's immune to other kaiju? And then
she can't be killed by other kaiju, or just being sensed by other kaiju?
Hear me out. So she can use guns and stuff, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So what if her ability is, as a kaiju, is to camouflage herself so she can use a sniper? So in her kaiju form,
that's not even just camouflaging herself on a physical level. You're talking about
that's what I'm saying.
Camouflage.
But that's what I'm saying is, so she's basically, because she's already predisposed to using guns and stuff. So her kaiju thing is she's basically a rifleman. So she basically camouflages her entire essence, what makes her, and essentially life ending shot to the dome.
That's interesting.
So pretty much
on some Lady Nagant type stuff.
Right. So pretty much the camouflage is to pretty much gives her the physical and whatever abilities that she needs to be able to magnify her amplitude to be able to use the other kaiju weapons.
No, to be no, that, but more so to elude Kafka's pain. So she has an active camouflage on her essence that doesn't allow her to be picked up by other kaiju. In the same way that like other kaiju can pick up on Kafka.
Right, but that's what I'm saying.
It's not being a human.
Oh, that's what I'm saying.
So she's immune to that.
She's still able to use that kaiju power for it to even be picked up by the suit, because Kafka's can't be picked up by the suit at all. But when he's in kaiju form, they're rating him at a 9 point something magnitude.
Yeah, but that's because his basically he's not human. So the suit itself can't like kaijuify him because he's already a kaiju.
Okay, well, see, now
I think yeah, I think with her though, if she's able to like camouflage her molecular structure like that, to where
she's alter her power level essentially.
So basically, well, not even that. So what I mean by molecular structure is like anatomically, she's a kaiju. Like like the whatever parasite or whatever kaiju has attached itself to her body has changed her into a kaiju. But the kaiju ability would allow her to anatomically be human.
Right.
Yeah.
Which would allow her to use the suit. Which is
yes. That's exactly what I was getting at earlier. That's what the camouflage is. It's giving her and everything else for her to be able to use weapons. Okay.
Yeah, it's just making her human so she can use it.
Right. Okay. So
that's crazy.
Yeah, I think on the other side of that though, she would still have kaiju power that would fall more in line with that. Maybe we're talking like some kind of invisible or super camouflageable kaiju with like some kind of, I want to almost say like an assassin type kaiju. Because you see how Kafka's kaiju is like.
What if, going off what Carl said, if she can change herself on the molecular level anatomically, what if she can change her body part as like when she's in her kaiju form into different weapons?
Right.
No, she's the most broken character in this story.
So limited to like swords and guns.
No, but still,
she can't like turn into a Lutheran.
The fact that she can do that and nobody else can. Like, no, bro, that's busted.
That's busted. She tries to land the attack.
Okay, but imagine you ran into her, like, say y'all work together and you didn't know she was sent to kill you and she just waved at you. And you're like, oh, just a simple wave. And then you wave and then you're dead because there's a gun coming out of her hand. Like, no, dude.
No. That's not what I'm saying.
No, I'm thinking more like...
What I'm saying is when she's in her full kaiju form.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, bro,
no. I'm not talking about being in her human form and making a gun out of her hand. I'm talking about being in her full kaiju form, basically in a similar sense to how, like, I'm trying to think of...
Like how parasites are...
upgrade. Ben Tennyson upgrade when he would absorb a piece of the technology and then he would adapt to it. So something similar to that. So once she's seen a weapon, she can manipulate her body to learn this weapon.
Technically, Kafka could do that too. He could turn his arm into his kaiju form and then still put the rocket booster and everything in the back of it if he wanted to. So I'm just saying that she would, like, going off of what he said, she would still be able to just arm and then turn it into the big ass, Gatling gun or something.
Yeah, but it wouldn't be just a gun popping out of her hand. Is all I'm saying. Like her human hand. It would be, yeah. That's all.
Understood.
She is the most busted kaiju in the whole series, and whatever kaiju's mission was successful.
Infiltrated humans.
Facts.
Because then my only question is, like, since that kaiju's mission is to kill other kaiju, when exactly does she turn on Kafka?
Ooh.
After all the other kaiju are dead. So at the very end of the series.
He hit him with the "I'm sorry."
Is it like they're a last two to die situation?
Yeah, because she's
I think at the very end of the series, if our what if were to play out, and the end of the series is basically Mina giving him a kiss, and then as soon as they split, she fucking makes her arm into a blade, swings it around, cuts his head off, and then brings it around to her own neck and cuts herself off.
You know what? We still have one big hole in this because it's only one person who's not been able to be fooled in this whole series since it started, and that's her second in command. How does she make it around him?
The same way she makes it around Kafka's.
I mean, Kafka made it around.
Kafka's just an idiot. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Kafka made it around him first.
Kafka didn't make it around. Kafka didn't make it around him. He had a suspicion the whole entire time, and then when he came,
he was like something not right about
though.
Huh?
Yeah, that was in the anime.
No, that's in the anime. It's in the anime too. He had the suspicion the whole entire time, and then when he did get found out, he said he knew something was wrong. He said he knew something was up with him.
He said he didn't know he was a number kaiju.
He said he didn't want to let himself think it, but he didn't know. He said he knew something was off about Kafka, not that he was a kaiju. That's stretching.
No, I'm not saying that he knew he was a kaiju, but he said he knew something. He knew something.
But Kafka's also a little weirdo, and Mina is a cutie pie. Like, he's not gonna think that about this cutie.
He doesn't think that about her at all. He doesn't look at her like that at all.
I know, but I mean, she's a waifu. She's a full-blown waifu. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Carl Hayden.
If they can't kill me, I don't really want it.
On that note, all right, moving on to the next what if. What if Orochimaru became Hokage after Minato tragically gave his life to stop the nine-tailed fox?
First of all, Hiruzen is telling you right now. Hiruzen is dead. Hiruzen is dead. Orochimaru is killing Hiruzen.
Wait. What if Hiruzen's the one who approaches Orochimaru with the offer to become Hokage?
He's dead for sure.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Sure
2 days later,
in the same instant. If Hiruzen knowingly went to Orochimaru after Minato's dead, probably the only ninja alive outside of Jiraiya that could actually kill Orochimaru at that time. And he told him, hey, Minato just died. I know it's super unlikely and you didn't expect to see me here, but we want you to be Hokage. Orochimaru's gonna creepy laugh, accept, and then kill Hiruzen.
I don't think so. I mean, you know Naruto better than me, but hear me out. If I'm putting my magic paintbrush on it, right? My magic paintbrush to make this what if however I choose, I think Orochimaru says, all right, I'll come do it, but I want this, and this condition, right? And I'll get to what those conditions are in just a minute. But basically, takes what Danzo was doing and make it look like a chemistry set next to the Nazi experiments that Orochimaru is about to fucking start. Okay.
Oh my God! No,
most definitely. We talking about 7112 type experiments, straight Japanese army type experiments. Like, let's see how much pain you can deal with.
About to be Chernobyl of this bit.
Bro, and I think
he's gonna create his own cell to basically put himself into, essentially. Like,
and I think also gonna go ahead.
I was just going to say, I think that there would be almost like a Stepford wife kind of feel to the Hidden Leaf, in the sense that the villagers would be having like a false sense of peace because Orochimaru is keeping other people away from the leaf, but it's like a false peace because people know something's up. They just can't put their finger on it. Like, they know people are disappearing from the village.
And kidnapping, torturing people.
I think they would be extremely militarized. I think the Uchiha Massacre wouldn't take place.
You have to get the support, though. You have to get the support if you're going to do that, and that means you can't just be kidnapping people. So does he do the Nazi experiment, or does he become military?
No.
He
could do both. He could just strong arm the village.
He's strong. No, he's not just strong arming the village. he's using the fact that the Hidden Leaf Village is a superpower in the ninja world. He's strong-arming other villages. He's kidnapping noticeable ninja with Kekkei Genkai. He's still gonna want to do what he's already doing. He's trying to master all forbidden ninja. Itachi's gonna figure it out, but he's one guy.
Yeah.
Uncle Root's not letting it ride.
It would take Itachi convincing.
Was Shisui dead at the time when Minato died?
No.
So what if Shisui and Itachi ganged up on him?
Well, if Minato is dead, has the coup not already happened?
No, it hasn't happened yet. The coup happens under Hiruzen's second term as the Hokage, and it's it's well after the Nine Tails attack because Sasuke's about 12.
Okay, so it would take.
He is like 10 or 11.
It would take the entire Uchiha clan potentially going to war with Orochimaru to stop Orochimaru. I love Shisui and Itachi, but Orochimaru with Hokage level status and access, meaning his knowledge of jutsu has only grown.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, this
it's
isn't
not that they're not strong
Orochimaru.
enough. It's just that they probably don't know enough.
Yeah, and it's like trying to go to fight the president. Like, it's not gonna.
Yeah.
Like, Anbu Root's not letting that happen. Because I'm sure Danzo's still going to be in his corner. If anything, Danzo's going to be in his back pocket trying to manipulate him.
Danzo's the right hand man.
Do you think the coup still happens? You don't think he'll try to
I think
he'll try to soothe the Uchiha?
I think what'll happen is either there'll be some sort of like civil conflict with the Uchiha, or half of them will fall in line and the other half is going to be like, nah, we out, bro. And then, as far as like the other noble clans, like the Hyuga clan, bro, there's gonna be some sort of like inner clan, like secret resistance against Orochimaru, because that's for sure think him as Hokage is like legitimately some kind of tyrancy.
Bro,
like
it's like Code Red. It's DEFCON 4. It's like, bro, Orochimaru as Hokage is cut it. All the beef, all the drama, put it on the table. You gotta go.
And then we're gonna see the other villages try to step in and get involved. Yep. They're gonna have an issue when Anbu starts picking up their best Jonin and disappearing for 3 weeks. Like, they're gonna have a problem because Orochimaru is still doing his experiments. He's still going to try and find a way to master Snake Sage. He's still going to try and find a way to become immortal. Like, it's going to be really, really bad. And of course, like when I say the leaf will be militarized, he's going to apply all his knowledge with ninjutsu formula and sciences and tech. He's going to push that to an extreme that like the ninja world has never seen. I'm talking like full on industrialized ninja warfare, bro.
That's not the way I would have taken it, but that's an interesting take on it.
Yeah, I think
Orochimaru is just all about control. That's what the entire like his entire journey for seeking knowledge and seeking all the chakras to have some modicum of control. But like, I know this amount of jutsu. I'm the strongest ninja because I can do this many things. Like,
yeah,
bro's a freak, man.
Brother has an issue.
Now, I have another Dragon Ball what if for you guys. What if Broly stuck with Frieza post Dragon Ball Super Broly movie? And how would the series look?
Bro. Because
villain for sure.
Man.
We'd get Z Broly with Super Broly power.
Yes. Yes.
The worst thing ever.
And then on top of that, we would get like Frieza Gold before they even reach Super Saiyan Blue.
Exactly. So how you gonna stop it?
No. He already had Gold at that point. This is post Dragon Ball Super Broly movie.
Oh, my fault. You're right.
Okay,
You're right.
So I think he would get black first.
Yeah.
And we don't even know the extent of what that is.
I'm sorry, or Broly would probably actually push him past black, and this man is just straight purple. Just all out here purple.
Purple is purple.
He's turning black and blue. I don't know. He's going to be something different.
It's gonna be
we don't even know what black is gonna look like.
Well,
we don't know how strong it is.
After the events of the Broly movie, you don't really see or hear from Frieza after that. Right. So my thought is that if Broly sticks with him after that, and he goes and finds the hyperbolic time chamber with Frieza takes him in there and does 10 years worth of training.
Yeah, bro. We talking Super Saiyan 3.
So Frieza's just kicking it on Earth.
Saiyan 3.
The hyperbolic time chamber.
We
say again?
No.
Frieza just kicking it on Earth.
Remember, Frieza said
Frieza found a planet with a hyperbolic time chamber.
He said he found a space like hyperbolic time chamber. Right. Yeah. That's so in his quadrant of the universe, which means he's got Broly in there. He's got the Frieza Force in there. Like I'm talking. Bro,
I don't think he's taking the Frieza Force in there. I think he's only taking Broly in there because, like, he might take
like a select few.
I don't even think, because he knows that, like, outside of Broly, who's really doing damage to his foes? Nobody.
Okay, but I'm taking at least 4. I need at least like 4.
Yeah, I need like 4.
I need I need you to be like, it's gonna suck, but tough it out, bro. Because I'm tired of getting slapped down like this.
Frieza doesn't want anybody's help. Like, I feel like Frieza's only gonna have people there to
I
do
would agree,
bits
but
for
I can't say that because in the anime he took what's the skinny pale dude under his wing because he was like, nah, I need a training partner.
Yeah, but he got Broly.
Yeah, but that's true. But now he got Broly, and 10 years in the hyperbolic 10 years.
Yeah,
a decade?
We talking about Broly. Frieza gonna get really strong in them 10 years because Broly gonna be whooping his ass.
Bro. Broly is gonna be maxing him on some like this is. I'm talking like Broly with Super Saiyan 3.
Doesn't Broly still have his tail?
No.
Is that head at all?
I only asked because I told you I don't know. I don't really know nothing about Super much.
So what happened in the Broly movie for Super is his dad cut off his tail,
right?
But because of the planet they were on having 2 moons, his tail would come back more frequently, and he was transforming into Great Ape so often that he was able to access its power while still like in his human form.
This is why I believe I don't know how it would happen, but in that 10 years worth of training, I think man would get this tail back somehow. Or
Super Saiyan might find Super Saiyan 4.
That's what I was about to say. Or somehow it's possibly going to be some type of false Super Saiyan 4 because he doesn't have his tail. But because he's already, like y'all just explained to me, he's already able to access Azaru's power.
Mm-hmm.
So we might get some type of false Super Saiyan 4.
Or like proto Super Saiyan 4.
I could see Broly getting a Super Saiyan 4 over a Super Saiyan God form. I think that makes more sense for Super, if Super did want to include it. But I don't think that anybody else would get it but Broly.
Yeah, that would make sense. That would make absolute sense.
We're definitely getting Frieza black and blue.
Yeah, if black and blue after fucking Broly goes Super Saiyan 4. Broly be really whooping his ass. If Frieza thought he was getting his ass whooped by Super Saiyan Broly uncontrolled, a Super Saiyan 4 Broly controlled is gonna decimate. That's gonna be worse than Cumber. And Cumber's not even canon. That's disgusting. Just wipe out the whole universe. Like, forget Beerus. Just destroy the multiverse while you're at it. Just who needs a multiverse? Not me. Don't need it.
No. I think something bad will happen at that point because once Broly step out that time chamber, Beerus will be right there like, hey, bro, you gotta go. Goodbye. Bye-bye.
Like, here's one with the Vegeta. What is that? Is that me? Is that me stronger than me? Oh no, delete.
But then that begs the question too. Even though we haven't seen Beerus' strength, Beerus was a little I won't say shook, but I mean, he definitely was not enthused to see Broly on his planet.
No, he wasn't.
Now, whether that was fear for his planet or fear for himself, I don't know.
It was fear for his planet. He said,
I
"Y'all
do
are
think it's
gonna
fear for his planet. I do think he actually is worried about like them destroying his planet. But I also do feel like there are moments where he looks at Vegeta and Goku and he's like, "Hey, y'all getting kind of close.
Y'all getting a little too close. Y'all not supposed to close this gap."
Yeah,
I think the only time they really come close was when they fused. When they fused, I think Beerus was like, "Oh shit!"
Beerus was like, "Oh hell no!"
That's the thing. Fuck that.
He said, "Y'all did what?"
but no, Broly running away with Frieza and just being around Frieza, being in fights, training. I mean, it'd literally be a villain. The Broly with Super Broly power. I can't imagine
100%.
a more terrifying being in Dragon Ball.
Because I'm a natural-born freak.
I can. Imagine a Cell Max with Perfect Cell's level of intelligence.
Stop. Put it away.
That is a much more terrifying individual. Good
grief. Brother be like,
take the time machine.
That's terrifying.
That's
terrifying in a calculated way.
Look here. Look, find a map of every hidden location that Dr. Gero and his wife hides out. Go back and Big Bang attack. Go back and Big Bang attack every last one of them.
I don't laugh.
But yeah, no,
that's not the right anime. We'll pull up and get you the attention on the whole last.
No. It gotta be the final get to the final get to.
Oh my God. Get you to wipe it out of existence. There's absolutely not.
Cell Max with Perfect Cell's like intelligence would be very scary. Like. From a methodical standpoint, because it'd be like calculated. He'd be like scary how intelligent he is and how useless, or not useless, but how much you could feel you couldn't do anything because he's just that smart. But Broly is just like, if I see you look funny, I'm smacking the shit out of
you in the dirt.
Yes.
Like, did you breathe wrong?
Like, if you look at me, you're done.
Y'all gonna
why are you looking at me?
Y'all gonna hate me, but y'all know y'all just created Weezy F Broly for real, though, right?
All right,
think about it. What is Lil Wayne's whole attitude? It put him in Broly's body. That's exactly what the hell y'all just created, right there.
Damn, that's crazy.
Oh my goodness.
Anywho,
Sitzel B Cartel, Young Money.
Last what if? What if Zoro trained with Shanks during the time skip?
Conqueror's Haki immediately.
Do what?
Conqueror's Haki immediately.
Oh yeah,
100%. You didn't realize the Conqueror's a lot earlier.
Not only that, but I'm sorry, there's not gonna be anyone on the earth besides Shanks that's fighting that man with a sword.
Facts.
Nobody else.
Mihawk gonna be number 3 on the planet because he's strong.
You wanna know who Mihawk is gonna be right behind? One of Zoro's swords. So that's the only other person that's gonna take his ass out.
That's exactly what's gonna happen. Yep. Because he gonna be like, I'm gonna fight you, Zoro, and Shanks will be like, yeah, fight him for me. You know, let's see where you at. And Zoro gonna pull out that Enma, and everybody.
Enma's gonna be the one to turn on him. That's why I said it's gonna be Shanks, Enma, and then Mihawk.
Dog, that's crazy.
That changes like every fight he's been in post time skip,
bro.
Because it's just a different scale of strength now. Like Zoro is out here.
Do you think the fight with King goes easier for him?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Easier, yes. Like I think he does have an easier time. I don't think it necessarily means he beats King any more than he did already.
No.
But I think he does have damage. Easier adjusted, yes.
But the only handicap there is still Enma. That's it. That's the only handicap. Yes, it would be. Yes, it would be.
No, because he has better use of his conquerors.
Exactly.
He has better use, but Enma required you to be at a certain level of control of your haki, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what we're saying.
The reality is that if he trained under Shanks, that is the world's best trainer of hockey, short of Rayleigh.
So
Renly and Gabon.
No,
Yes.
y'all are absolutely right. Y'all are absolutely right.
Like,
So
my hockey man.
So now we're eliminating the handicap of Enma.
Yes. No, essentially, Zoro's not going to have a handicap because he can control his conquerors to a degree where Enma won't fight him.
So does he still open his eye or not? Because I'm pretty sure he's able to open that fucking eye.
I don't know. I'm still debating on that. I don't know if he can
That
open
man
it.
is opening.
He used to think he could.
What if he did?
Well, we don't know.
I'm gonna lose it. I don't want to see that in the manga if he does. I ain't gonna lie. I need them to leave that out a chapter.
Bro,
that needs to be an anime only thing.
He is Kenpachi in
he's only gonna do it.
y'all.
I think he's only gonna open it for Mihawk.
If he opens his eye,
spiritual pressure is gonna come out of nowhere. I'm telling you.
Kenpachi gonna be like, who is that?
He gonna turn into that 8-armed demon like he did against Kaido from the jump.
Exactly.
He caught
me like, what is
bro,
that?
if he opens that eye, I promise you his aura is going to be... Okay, now y'all remember how when he was fighting King, y'all saw the Grim Reaper pretty much, right? Or the King of Hell.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
The King of Hell, yep.
No, that wasn't Enma. That was the King of Hell.
But that's who Enma is in mythology.
Okay, well, I got it. Okay, I'm not going to debate y'all. Y'all know way more about that than me. I'm just saying. Okay, so since that is Enma. So then... Yeah, that's going to be his whole aura right behind him. As soon as he opens his eye, he's going to be seeing the King of Hell just standing right behind him the whole time.
They'd be like, "What's that?"
No, literally
barbecue.
Souls are going to get snatched out of nowhere.
I feel like Zoro's going to do the 8. Like he's going to have the 8 arms all full of swords and shit. And you just see Mihawk. And wait, and Mihawk's just going to go. I thought you had 3 swords.
Nah,
son.
Oh, that's right. Mihawk hasn't seen that yet.
He has not.
He really not gonna see it.
Zoro didn't
be
awaken his conquerors during the time skip. Zoro didn't awaken his conquerors until later.
Right.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Enma forced him to awaken it.
Yeah. So
then he's gonna possibly have Wi-Fi hockey.
Yeah,
I don't think he Wi-Fi. I think Wi-Fi is gonna. I hope it stays some of these things. I don't want to see somebody else with Wi-Fi hockey. I ain't gonna lie. Don't be wrong. It's cool. That one time.
Okay. Well, then we're going to see hockey air slashes.
Yeah, probably.
We're going to see what's supposed to be like wind whispers. We're going to see what's supposed to be like wind whispers turn into actual solid black objects.
Okay, so hear me out. So you know how in Demon Slayer when Gyutaro would do his blood slashes from his little scythes or whatever? Yeah. I think that's what Zoro's hockey slashes would look like.
My brain said it was a cleave and dismantle. My brain said it's the cleave and dismantle that killed Gojo.
Nah, because I ain't gonna lie, when he swung Enma on the mountain and cut off the mountainside, I was like, all
I know is whenever these cuts hit, all I see is whatever ground underneath it is going to jump up in the air and become instantly cubed.
Not cubed. Come on, bro.
Yes, that would be next level. I would love it.
The boy Tsushimi for real.
All right. Now, moving on to our anime recommendation for this week. And
all right.
Flossy B.
Vinland Saga. Oh, man.
Man, this is like a historic piece of anime almost, because it is definitely about Vikings. And there's violence, like copious amounts of violence. But the story in itself is a story about a boy's revenge for the dishonor of his dad being murdered during what was supposed to be like an honorable exchange between 2 fighters.
It was a duel.
Yes. If you have not watched this anime, and you need to just see like a teenage Thorfinn just turn people into cube skirt steak, go watch it.
I just started Vinland Saga.
I'm convinced.
I will say this: there is a caveat though. Season 2 is nothing like season 1. Season 2 is probably the greatest piece of character development I have watched.
All about repentance. All about repentance.
Yes.
And change. Repentance and change. And
it took it to such a degree. Like, you see such a 180 out of the main character that it's like you're watching a different show almost. And then
what?
Yeah, bro. Season 2 was
I'm looking forward to that.
Almost the complete opposite of season 1. Like, it develops Thorfinn in a way, like emotionally and mentally and spiritually even, that, like, bro, you don't see often in anime. It was the type of thing where you're like, damn, maybe something wrong with me. Maybe I should go to therapy. Like,
but I will tell you, it's because Thorfinn decided to show peace. In the second seat, don't mean he's still
pushover. Not even a little bit. Not even, bro.
Because where I'm at right now, Thorfinn is him, bro. Thorfinn is
he's still that.
He a monster. But no, I was gonna say, for those of y'all who love plot-driven animes, this is a plot-driven anime with great animation, great characters. I am still in season 1 myself, so I'm still on that journey as well. But so far, it's been fantastic. I am enjoying the show. Thorfinn is a fantastic main character, and I cannot wait to see what the rest of this season and season 2 have in store.
Yes.
On Netflix.
Awesome.
It is on Netflix and Crunchyroll.
Yes.
It is, and it is in English.
We have our anime question for the week. With the ending of Daima, the 20th episode, what do you think is next for the world of Dragon Ball?
I'm really curious because I want to see how Daima connects back not just to Z but Super.
I was about to say that's literally it, bro. Like,
and there's not a connection to Super.
But they did say that Daima would return somehow in Super.
Expound upon that. How is it not connected?
Yeah, what's the story there?
Yeah.
So what I'll say without giving any spoilers away is this.
You can't explain it without spoiling the episode?
No.
Okay, don't say nothing. Go watch it.
Just hear me out. So this is what I can say. I'll say what I feel I can without spoiling anything. So the beginning events of Super, where Goku is on King Kai's planet training and doing his thing, and then Beerus wakes up and ends up finding out there's a Saiyan on King Kai's planet and goes there. Yeah, there's nothing in the last episode of Daima leading up to that. Don't go into the last episode of Daima thinking there's going to be any lead up to Super. None of that is the case.
That's not necessarily what I meant.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
The lore drops that have happened in Daima have no continuity within Super as of right now.
I know that. That's what I was going to say. My thing is I wonder how they're going to connect it.
That's what I'm curious about.
I know that there's currently no connection. I'm wondering how they're going to connect it, how they're going to make it make sense.
So I think the only way we'll get to see that is if the companies decide to work together, because it's two different companies that animate for Super and Daima.
Okay.
So because of that reason, the
story is completely different.
They haven't agreed on continuity.
Got you.
And because Toriyama is not here anymore, there's not a Grand Wizard to say, bibbidi bobbidi boo, I give you the blessing.
I mean, well, he gave that control to Toyotaro, didn't he?
I give you the blessing.
Because they both worked on
He only gave. No, Toyotaro didn't work on Daima.
He did.
Did he?
I remind
me. I didn't see his name in the
credits. Remind me, because I will find that article where they did say that both of them worked on this.
Okay. I know that with regards to Toyotaro, he has the rights to Super and to decide what goes on within the Super continuity with influences from Akira Toriyama. But with regards to Daima, he does not get to decide what happens with Daima or the connection of Daima to Super exclusively. It would have to be a decision between those two animation companies.
Okay.
Got you.
Like I said, remind me. I'll try to find that article because I could have sworn that what I read was said both of them worked on it.
What I will say is, if you go into the last episode of Daima thinking of a more complete ending of Z, you'll be happy.
Okay.
Cool.
Don't go into it thinking, oh man, yeah, Super, next season. It's not going to be that. You're not going to get it.
Well, I mean, okay. Well,
I will say, watch the credits because there's cool pictures, but there's not. What I will say is, it's not. You're not getting the Marvel's cutscene. Like,
Can I put you on this though? Because I know y'all do remember. If you do remember, let me say that we know that Daima was supposed to be a year after Boo and Super, so it's been 3 years. So I mean, that's a 2-year gap that it may be able to be tied into somehow.
Maybe.
if they decided to do another season of Daima, but they don't have a reason to.
I was about to say that would have to be Daima continuity.
I wish they would. That'd be cool.
I get what y'all saying, but like the way that they've been doing their story so far, they don't necessarily have to.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying, but for the information, they would have to put the information out in some form, and it's too late for them to double back in the manga now to explain it. And the only other way that they could put that out is to put that out in Daima continuity. So if they're not going to put it out in Daima continuity, then chances are we probably wouldn't get the answer at that point.
So we're just so now we're just having to say that both of these are just two separate things
for the moment. Is what Tyler's saying.
So they are both technically canon, but the way timelines work within the Dragon Ball universe, they may not necessarily be the same timeline.
Mm-hmm.
Because technically, one could be the timeline where one could be an alternate timeline from the original timeline that Trunks came from with his time machine, where the androids didn't kill everybody.
Purple hair Trunks timeline and blue hair Trunks timeline.
Ooh, what if that's the crazy way they somehow tie? Never mind.
I mean, time travel can explain a lot of stuff. So, I mean, if Attack on Titan could do time travel through memories, I mean, nothing's off the table.
What?
Don't get me started on that
nonsense. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like after a certain point, I was just
it's not worth it.
Yeah, okay.
Don't come for me, fans, but Attack on Titan's not worth.
It's kind of not, y'all. I'm.
The fights are worth. Fights are good.
So you mean to tell me they Assassin's Creed AOT? That's wild.
The brother in the anime.
100%. And with that being said,
all right.
This has been another episode of Yon Bros Anime Talk.
Yon Bros.
Somebody else got to do it. I'm tired.
Yon Bros.
I can't do it. That was crazy. Never again. Oh, yes.